And good evening, Strika, our 3D games, and Old Man. How you guys doing tonight? And Kodar One, are you sure that's not more like Kick in the Teeth by Papa Roach? I mean, you brought up Breaking Benjamin, man. MJ, if you're loud screaming, then yeah, we can't hear you. Keep that in mind. And Strike, yeah, regarding your comment of can't wait to hear your opinions on everything taking place. Oh, yeah, there are opinions. Dude, I am not going there. No. No. MJ, I'm not going there either.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the dark side of the podcast, the live stream edition. And thank you. Here at the Podocasts, we want to be your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and very recently lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
I'm doing okay, but some of the comments in chat have my mind going right into the gutter. How are you tonight, Scott?
Well, my mind's always in the gutter, so I guess I'm status quo. How about that? I'm just peachy. We have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the podcast, and thank you. Yeah, Scott's not happy today, and I'll tell you why. You know what? It's not like I keep it bottled up or I don't share my viewpoints with everybody about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and why I'm doing it. Scott's not happy because Scott misjudged. That's really all it is. I mean, we put it right there. Scott misjudged. We had talked about Terra. We had talked about the peg. I don't know, week or so ago. Emery saw some rumblings. He made me look at it. I looked at it. And we were just like, oh. But Scott misjudged because Scott thought it was going to hang in there for at least a few more months. My whole goal, everything that I'm doing, is to get me to August. And I'll tell you why later in the show, why August is so important to me. But I just need to make it there till August. Now, up till now, and the reason that I'm down right now and that I'm very upset right now is because I was about to take a lot of people's money. It's what I do, man. Look, there's nothing personal. I don't mean to do it. You let me do it. If you let me do it, I'm going to do it. You know, we got a fixed amount of capital. There's so many hands reaching for it. And when people make bad decisions, I tend to increase my wallet on their back. It's nothing personal, man. When you're playing poker, all right, you don't blame the guy who won. But you also don't give a round of applause to the guy who was all in on a 2-outer, 2%, one card in the deck that's going to help him. You don't really applaud that guy either. When he loses, you say, well, hell, look what you did. So when I managed to turn a little money into a lot of money, I kind of have that same viewpoint. Well, hey, look what you did. All right, you let me do it, man. Thank you. But the bear on this one is that I was so perfectly well positioned. I was waiting for this. I was dying for this. I was perfectly well positioned to do what I've done over and over and over, and that is take advantage of the 2-outer people. I was more than happy to do it. And then UST depegged. Then I got a problem now, all right? I have a big problem. I have most of my money was sitting right there in UST. It was sitting there on White Whale. It doesn't matter where I put it. It's UST now. It doesn't matter if it's on White Whale. It doesn't matter where it is. It's UST. You're stuck. So that was my Scott's going to work money. It really was, because the lower this stuff goes, the worse the market goes. I'm positioned for it, and I can't wait for it to happen. I'm not rooting against you. I'm just rooting more for myself. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me win all the money, and you guys can all just come work for me. How about that? All right? I'm a great boss. I don't ask for much. So when you've made all the right moves, and you were in the right place at the right time, and everything lined up, and it still didn't work, you get a little miffed. Now, a little bit, man. Look, there's one thing that you have to accept, in that this is crypto. This is not traditional finance. This is crypto, and weird things happen here in crypto. You're eating it right now. The weird things that are happening in crypto. I'm just again, it kind of sucks because it hit me. It hit me so. Damn it! I'm just. It's not even the money. It has nothing to do with the money. I wanted the victory on this one. I wanted to spike the hell out of the football. I wanted to make the video that I 2x'd my wallet during a dump. All of it. All of my holdings. I doubled everything during the biggest sell-off that most of us can remember. I wanted to make that video and get the 180 views that most of my videos get. I just wanted to make that video, and now I can't. So now I have to make another video of how Scott was able to recover from the big dump. Last couple videos, I don't know if you guys watched them, man. They're really going down, Bill. I mean, I am just not interesting anymore. But the last couple videos, they were more or less philosophical videos. That's what I like to do. All right, I don't want to make a video about AMP and say, hey, you should buy AMP. I don't want to make those videos. I like fundamentals. All right, I like the philosophy. I like education. That's what I like to do. I'm very, very passionate about that. I do not need a script. All right, give me the subject, let me talk it up, and we'll just kind of see what we get out of it. So I mentioned in one of those videos that you have kind of got to stick to your guns on this one. Don't second guess yourself here. That's what I was more or less trying to get at. If your money was smart last week, and this is the podcast, so for our regulars, I don't have to worry about you guys. Your money is smart. You were in smart. And if nothing fundamentally changed, we're not talking UST, all right? That is a one-off. But if your money was fundamentally smart a week ago, if your investments were fundamentally smart a week ago, if math and time and everything was on your side a week ago, and nothing changed but the price, then you are still in smart. So why would you change or adjust your strategy now when nothing changed except the price? These are lateral crashes, absolutely lateral crash. Nobody was immune from this. There is not a single crypto up there that weathered this well, none of them. So the purchasing power of your crypto hasn't changed in regards to other crypto. And I know I keep hitting purchasing power, but you've got to keep this in mind, because if you start basing everything simply on the dollar, then yeah, man, you got absolutely crushed. And there is no safe haven for you. None. Absolutely none. But in a lateral crash such as this, unless you are pegging directly to a stablecoin, unless you're right there to a stablecoin or holding it in cash reserves, then there is no safe haven and there is nowhere to go. That's why you act before it happens. That's why you position yourself. That's why you have a plan. That's why you have a strategy. I had all of these things, and it didn't work because of Terra. I'm a little bit miffed at this one, man. I don't, it doesn't seem like an organic failure to me. It just doesn't. It seems orchestrated a little bit. Now, I'm not, and I'm allowed to say it. We're an opinion editorial channel, so I'm allowed to give you my opinion. But the funny thing right now, and what's kind of wrecking all of this, is perception, public perception. Emery and I, Bell, we all talk about this constantly. Perception is reality in the financial world. It absolutely is. So now that we've seen it, now that it's happening, the sky is falling. The end is here. That's it. There will be no more Luna. There will be no more Terra. It's gone because it's never happened before. But it has happened before. It has happened every year. There is this thing decouples. In fact, I can't think of too many stable coins that have not lost the peg. I could be wrong. I'll ask Emery on that one, but I know DAI did it. I know USDC did it. All of these things lost the peg. But with the crypto goldfish memory, if it didn't happen 5 minutes ago, it never happened at all. That's what it is. That's the crypto mindset up here. We are talking about tunnel vision. I mean just 100% tunnel vision. That is the crypto market. That's the crypto reporting market. That's everything. It's either crystal ball or tunnel vision. There just does not seem to be a middle ground where somebody is looking 6 months ahead or 6 months behind. We don't do that. We are act in the now. We act irrationally. We double down on stupid. We do it over and over and over. And then this happens, and we seem surprised by it. If you guys have been in crypto for a while, and when I say, well, how about this? A year. If you've been in crypto a year, you've already been through this 3 times. All right? This is just Monday and Tuesday. All right? This is not anything really special or spectacular. But You know what? Here you go, Belle. This is going to piss you off, but I'm going there anyway because I'm having fun tonight. I akin it to childbirth. Childbirth. If you ask any woman who's had children, she says it's probably the most painful experience that she's ever gone through in her life. If that is the case, why does she have more than one child? Why would you submit yourself to that over and over and over? Because you forget about the pain. It is something that happened, but it's not something that's taken up your conscious thought. Right now, we're in a crash. This is not a bubble, all right? This is not a dip. This is a crash. But we've been through this 3 times in the last year. But we forget about it after it's over. We just forget that it ever happened. And then when you have a crash, oh my God, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Nothing like this. It's unprecedented. They love to use this word, unprecedented. Guys, this is not unprecedented. Nothing about what is happening is unprecedented. It's crypto. Now, you might be a little bit more educated in the space now. You might spend more time doing research, reading articles, as opposed to just blindly buying a token, putting up the diamond hands and hoping for the best. So if you've been in the space for a while, then yeah, odds are good you are that person. You're doing more reading and you're getting more information than you would have even looked for before. But this is not unique. This is 2 or 3 times a year. We're going to have it every single year. So for the folks who were asking for my thoughts, do I seem worried? Unless you have my wallet, I assure you, I'm down a greater raw value than you are. Unless somebody, if you have more than me, you're not watching this channel. How about that? You're not tuning in. Oh, we got to see what Scott's got to say. You're not doing that. So I am there, and do I really look worried? Because my money was smart, and my money is still smart. I just need to not make a bad, irrational decision, and I'm pretty good at that. I am more than happy to turn off the monitors, go for a walk, and don't worry about it because there's nothing that I can do about it now. That's it. There is nothing I can do about it. I can't change the outcome. So you know what? This is Scott right now, all right? This is Scott on UST. Diamond hands because I ain't selling it at a loss. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You wanted my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. I'm not here to soothe your nerves. I'm just here to say that I'm not worried about it. And it's going to work out for me either way. This way, it cost me a month. I'm a little pissed about that because I'm an old guy, man. I can't just get months back. So it cost me a month, but it's going to be fine. I'm not really concerned about it. So we got some fun tonight. We do have the Emery back. Say hi, Emery. He's always on mute.
Hey, guys.
There you go. We got the Sith Lord back. So he's going to be doing a very special post-mortem on the Terra Luna thing that's going on right now. So Emery's coming up for that. If you guys have tales of woe, I would very much like to hear them. I don't want to be the only guy who lost money. I know I'm not, but I'd like to hear yours. Let's do some healing. And, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So, Belle, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Or are we going to turn this over to the Emery?
Oh, we've got a lot of questions and comments, actually.
Okay, hit 'em.
Buddy Dottie, and I'm going to, because this one's one of the funniest, I'm starting with this one. Buddy Dottie, did you just compare childbirth to crypto?
You know what? It was a bad metaphor, but I think it's an apt metaphor because let me ask you this, buddy. If you've been through the crash and if you've been in crypto more than a year, you already have. Why would you do it again? If you know that your money is that vulnerable that you could lose 40, 50, 60, 70% of it in a blink of an eye, like we just did over the last 2 days, if you know your money is that vulnerable and you were able to recover from it, why would you leave money in? Why would you do that? You know why? Because you forget about it. So I've never had a child. I have no idea. I know Belle has. Belle has children. Was it a pleasant experience, childbirth? Was it nice? Was it like just zoomed right through it?
I took the drugs.
Okay. So I guess I am using the metaphor as saying if it was that bad, why did you do it again? I think it's a safe metaphor. Belle, please carry on.
All right. Church Legal Center, Scott, did you get out of your Rowan before the dump?
Nope. I never make an emotional decision. I never do it. But I did it this time. I made an emotional decision because as shaky as it was, I didn't want to prematurely bottom that or cause any kind of real instability in that token because of the podcasts. Because I know a lot of you guys have an awful lot of your money holdings are over there in Sift Chain. I didn't want to be the guy that caused that big dip, that big sell-off, that big, flight to safety, and have you guys eat it. So, no, Scott is in. He stayed in. And, it's still smart money. The APYs are still working for me. I'm still generating tokens. But, no, I did not push the button, and I didn't do it for you guys. So, you know what, Scott, you go ahead and just, I'm the head on the pike right now. I knew better, but I didn't do it. So, no, I didn't. I'm still in Rowan. Big fan. Bell, please carry on.
Lolpus 2, looking for a place to park USDT. Any ideas or suggestions?
I don't know. Emery, you got anything in your bag of tricks for that USDT?
There are a lot of places to put USDT. Depends on what kind of networks you like. Cosmos doesn't use a whole lot of USDT, but I know the Crow network does. Solana does a lot. The Wrapped Secret network has USDT with Secret. Actually, it gives a better APR than Staking Secret. So there's something over on a button group. You can pair USDT with Secret, and I think you get like. You get I think Staking Secret's like 20-some%. You get much more than that. So if that's something you're interested in doing, you can.
Emery, I wish you'd have told me that a week ago, man, because I might have been sitting there. I like Steve, man. I want to give some action over to Button Group. I like Steve.
There is I believe Kronos has stable pairs somewhere. Probably on BVS has USDT. So BVS, that's the only other place I would know.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. There's always something. There's always options. Bell, please carry on.
Buddy Dottie, what is the easiest way to deposit in White Whale if you have UST in Osmosis?
What's the easiest way to deposit right now? Actually, I know UST was a little funky yesterday. It's probably a little funky today, but these are pulling from LP, so I don't think that would be an issue. Oh man, I don't want to move anything right now, guys. I got some UST. I'm sitting here staring at it. I don't want to move anything right now. But the easiest way to do it, of course, is to convert. I don't want to do this, dude. I don't want to move any money right now. I've made videos showing this, guys, and I like to do it live. I really do, but everything right now I have is pretty much locked up. I'm not comfortable moving it. I'm not going to move anything. I'm not going to move UST because right now I'm having problems with it. But simply from Osmosis, trade whatever you want to trade. Trade it for UST. Withdraw it to your Terra wallet. Move it from your Terra wallet up to your Terra wallet on Kepler. Move it up to the Terra Station wallet, and then just go to app.whitewhale. That I can show you that because that money's stuck anyway. But yeah, once you get your Terra Station up, you can come right over to here, and that's app.whitewhale.money, and your wallet, your Terra Station wallet, will be automatically hooked up. So if you want to deposit $1. I'm not going to do $1, man, because that costs, that does have a fee. There you go. You want to deposit some money? Here we go. We're going to deposit $10 into White Whale, and that is precisely the way you do it. But what I have sitting over on Osmosis, I'm not going to move it right now, guys. I'm sure you understand why. So that's how you do it. As soon as boom, there you go. We put $10. We're at 84 cents per dollar, so we just moved that into USD. Bell, or into White Whale. Bell, please carry on.
Jesus is God with a very creative comment. The market took a bigger dump than someone who ate Taco Bells.
Taco Bell. That's bad, dude, and that's juvenile, but I like juvenile, and I kind of need it right now. Come on, Bell. Dazzle me.
All right. So, Omar, personally, I have always liked Scott because of the use case crypto thesis, not for the trading advice. That's what makes this guy great. Use case.
You
So,
don't
hey,
you don't
got a
like
compliment.
you don't like my trading advice? Dude, I did everything right here. It was unfortunate that it depegged, but I'll tell you what, if it didn't depeg, I'd be a hero right now. All right, the statues of Scott would be going up, probably wearing this shirt. He did it right, man. He nailed it. It didn't happen to work out. So, guys, look, we're going to table the rest of your questions. I promise we are going to get to them, but right now we're bringing up Emery. Emery is going to give you a postmortem of the Terra Luna thing. I am all ears on this, and I recommend that you be as well. Emery knows Terra. Emery, take it away. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, sure. Not long ago, there, and you can actually find this ETH wallet. Terra posted it everywhere. Someone has bought quite a bit of Bitcoin. I want to say 25K Bitcoin. Traded a lot of it for UST. Opened up short orders for UST because it would crash the token, and those short orders bought up more UST because the token crashed, which made it continual crashing event. That's the short of what happened there. So they knew the token would crash, and it would crash more if they opened up more short orders, so on and so forth. So that's what happened to UST pretty quickly, actually. Right now, as of this morning, UST went back up to 90% or so.
It's like 92.
Then it
Yeah.
went back down. It went back down. I think it's like 80 right now, but it went as far down yesterday as 60 cents. So it was not easy to look at.
You want to show a funny? I'm going to let you finish this, man, but I got a funny up right now I want to show everybody. You know what I never thought I'd see on UST? Up 12.2% because it went down 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
It was down lower than that. So I never thought I would see that number right there on US Terra. But I'm up 12.2%. That is great. Emery, please carry on, sir.
Yeah. Almost immediately, Terra put out a video explaining what happened and what they're doing to fix it. We could probably link those. That might be a good idea to add at the end of this video. We can link it. And if you know how the Terra protocol works, when the price of UST falls, you can burn Luna to mint UST, therefore increasing the price and keeping the peg. That's how their system works. It's kind of like a leveraged weighting system with Luna on one end and UST on the other. But something like this makes people lose faith really, really hard.
And everybody was
Luna
running for the door, man.
Luna crashed as well. I want to say Luna is at like $17 or so right now. So it went well below 50-60%.
Yep, it's Luna's not having a real good time. And you guys are you're gonna see a tremendous amount of variance out of Luna and UST right now because this is an algorithmic stable coin. The mechanisms are in place, the capital is gonna be supplied, and these things are gonna be all over the place. Am I worried about UST not pegging to $1 again? No, not even a little bit, man. Look, this is not the first time that this has happened. It has happened. I'll tell you what. Let's blow out the max, and let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Luna. Let's blow out the max of Terra, and let's see if this has ever happened before, or if Scott was just completely talking out of his ass, which it could have been. I don't believe I am, but let's take a look. There we go.
Before.
It's absolutely
not to this
happened
extent,
before.
but it happened before.
No, this is new, man. But again, I don't think anything's ever been orchestrated specifically against it. I don't think there's ever been this kind of external factors. This was done deliberately. Now, personally, I hope they say, oh, and by the way, guys, look, you guys see this chart all up and down? You see this thing all around $1? It's happened before, man. All right, it's happened before. This was a coordinated effort. Let's see what we can do, and let's make money on it. This is not just to show off and say, look, we blew up Luna. This was to make money, period. And they did, period. So I have no doubt that they're gonna get their peg back. Luna ain't going away. Terra's not going away. It's going to be a buck. It's going to be back in. In fact, I'm still going to be in it. It's not out of ignorance. I hope they see this as a learning opportunity and say we have to increase our capital reserves so that we can withstand an external attack like this. Because if they had the capital reserves, this would have never happened. That's all it is, man. This just would never have happened. I hope they take it as a learning opportunity. I don't know, Emery. What are you thinking, man? Is it going to get the buck back?
I think so. One of the big reasons that the LFG was formed, which stands for the Luna Foundation Guard, they bought a ton of Bitcoin, like a lot of it, not too long ago. And they actually bought more even recently to back up their reserves. They understand that stables don't stay stable all the time, right? That happens.
Yep.
And they bought a ton of Bitcoin in case, things like this happen. And it might take a while for it to flow into the system, but that's why that group and that's why those reserves are held, because if UST wants to be known as the peg, globally, then they have to back that up with whatever they possibly can, and that's what they're doing, I think.
Yep. I completely agree with you, man. Again, I'm not sweating this thing. And by the way, the last time it had a very wicked when they really lost the peg, that thing had been dropping from Friday, May 14th to Wednesday, 26 May. So it took them 12 days to get back in sync. So now I'm kind of curious to see how long it's going to take them to do it this time. But they are going to do it. The only thing that's bugging me about this is the fact that my UST is now stuck because I am not selling my UST at 81 cents. Not going to do it. I will wait. I'm happy. I'm comfortable. But this is going to cost me 2 weeks of dining, absolutely feasting on a down market. And that's it's got me pissed, Emery. I'm very, very upset here, man. It's to the point right now where I'm actually considering putting my own capital, my own money out of my own wallet into this because I hate missing opportunities like this, man. And when people just double down on bad decisions, I want to be there and just gup. So I'm a little bit, it's true. Did we do this? You've been watching me do this. This is what I do. And I'm missing the opportunity because of a coordinated attack on U.S. Terra, man, and it sucks. All right, dude, closing thoughts on UST, man. You got anything else? There's got to be something on your mind here.
Yeah, one of my favorite posts on the Reddit. I think someone in the Discord posted it. Is someone posted the suicide helpline
they pinned it. Yeah, and they pinned it, man. That is funny.
But here's the thing, though. Some people sadly might need that in their case, so people get really, really emotional about their money. It's their money and they should have strong feelings about it, but I hope that no one has to use that.
And no, I want to back that up. Look, man, it's not a laughing matter at all. And certainly where I am, I've been in and around this stuff lots of times. The old thing, guys jumping out of windows, it just didn't work out and off they go, man. Look, there's a reason that because that happened. Yeah. But you can either be emotional about your money or you can be objective about your money. And if you find yourself getting to the point where you are purely operating on emotion around your money, I beseech you, stop. All right, stop. This is not for you. You have got to decouple from that. Emotional money is not smart money, and when you lose it, it's going to hit you a lot harder than it'll hit just a purely objective person. So, look, man, if you are slipping, and this is all seriousness, if you are slipping in that direction, Scott at ThePodocasts.com, send me an email, man. Look, let me talk you off the ledge. You have my full attention because nothing that we're doing here in crypto is worth your health. Nothing. I just want to be clear on that one. All right, Belle, what do we got? Questions, comments, concerns, or observations? Or we're going to talk Terra all the way into the ground.
All right, so Mike.
Oh, my God. I just heard what I said, guys. I am so sorry about that. That wasn't a dig on what I just said. Shut up, Emery. God, that's gonna
people are gonna think you're fudding Terra all the way down to 50 cents so you can buy it back up again.
Oh, Daddy, would I do it, man? Oh God, would I? Nope, I don't fud anything. It's gonna work out. Everything is fine, guys. All is well. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Microman, Rowan Luna pool at 313%. Good, better, crazy risk.
Rowan Luna. I'll tell you
I
what.
think I talked to you about that a little bit ago.
I'll tell you what. I assume, yeah, over on Sif Chain. I'll tell you what, man. From me to you, I like where your head is. All right, I really do. I really like where your head is because it tells me. Well, I don't know if you're understanding all the way on the fundamentals of all this stuff, but it tells me that you do fundamentally understand these two tokens, and the fact that you can pull such a high APY on this tells me that you have faith in it, you understand it, and I don't think you're just throwing darts because nobody else has even mentioned Rowan Luna to me. I happened to, let it slip. I didn't slip. I typed it all out that, yeah, I'm jumping Luna, Luna Osmo in, Rowan Luna. I'm jumping them both. I'll eat it. I'm happy to eat it until this thing stabilizes because I fundamentally understand these tokens. I understand where they are, what they're doing, and what they're going to do. I do not cave to market torches, torches and pitchforks. We got to get them. Look what they did. Look what happened on Terra, and we got to get them. Terra sucks. I've never given way to that. All right. I understand. I get it. All right. I understand what they're doing with this. I believe in the project. And if I can absolutely profit on it, yeah, I'm not telling you to. I'm telling you that I did. I absolutely did. And this one it's gonna work out fine, man. Look, $20 billion networks don't just go away. It doesn't just go poof. Not it. Okay, let me say, I haven't seen it. I'll leave it there. We're not talking about Dogecoin or something, man. But I'm saying that I like the fundamentals. I happen to like that question, and I like where your head is. Bell, please carry on.
All right, the analyzer, and you've kind of touched on this, but he's being specific. Do you think that Luna will recover? Is it a good investment right now or wait until it gets lower? Maybe.
I talked up the last one. I'll hand this one off to Emery.
It dipped as low as 15 today. I think it's back up to 17 now. My personal opinion is that I'm investing more into it. So, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm a huge Terra fan, so don't leave your decision up to me on that one. But I think it's a good buy at the moment.
And yeah, and I couldn't be happier with it, man. Go look again, man. I dine on people making bad decisions and then doubling down on them. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. It's gonna work out for one of us. So I'll leave it there. Bell, please carry on.
Microman, was the goal of all this just to make money when UST rises again, or did they profit somewhere else?
Take it, Emery.
I think the goal was to see if they could do it, and they clearly could. So whether or not it'll happen again, I'm not certain, or in the same method. But I don't know. I don't know what happened or why they did it beyond that reason I just stated. So I think they wanted to see if they could do that to the Terra network, and I think they found out. So I think that's what happened.
So you're equating this with like hacks and stuff like that, people that'll hack these networks just to do it, knowing that there's nothing you can do with the crypto that you steal. There's nothing you can do. The network knows. It knows where it went, knows where the wallet can track it every step of the way. It's easier to track crypto than it is cash. Guys, make sure you understand that. There is nothing that can happen on this ledger aside from going on to secret network that can't be tracked wallet to wallet to wallet. So even if you do take out one of these networks and you steal $300 million worth of Ethereum, it's locked. There's nothing you can do with it. All right.
Central exchanges talk to each other, right? They'll say, like Kraken will say, hey, Coinbase, this wallet is moving money. If you see money moving from this wallet to your exchange, block it, and they will. It happens all the time.
Yep, that's a normal thing. So if they were doing this akin to a hack just to see if we can do it, yeah, you did, and that's great. But Emery's saying I disagree. I think they did it for money, because if it's worth doing, it's worth doing for money. But I don't know. I live in a different world, man. I'm an old guy. So, Bell, please carry on.
All right, old man, didn't Luna happen to pump last time this happened?
It's your show, Emery.
I think by design of the protocol, it's necessary.
It's the burning minting. Yeah.
Yeah. So when UST drops like that, people will burn Luna to stabilize the peg. So I think by design of the protocol, it will have to go up at some point. Maybe not right now, but I think it will increase, which is why whoever talked about that Rowan Luna pool had a very clever thought.
I'm telling you, man, dude, that's the podcast, dude. Our guys are just tip top on this. Bell, please carry on.
Sylvicore, if your UST was available, what would you be targeting right now?
Luna. Luna, that's it.
Yeah,
I'd be
100%.
push. I'm sorry, man. Look, I absolutely dig it. And as a sidebar, this is a personal thing for me. I don't like to get personal with my money, but I would probably I'd probably buy $100,000 worth of amp, just because I know the token, I know the tech, I know the material, I know the community. I'm very, very familiar with it. I'd be more than happy to take a 20%. Take a 20% pump on that one. It will when Bitcoin back. Whenever we all know how it is. But just because I absolutely firmly believe that one will come back and I'll get my 20% out of it. So for me, it's worth it, even dipping my toes back over there. But aside from that, no, I'd be going after Luna and anything if I really had something loose. If Rowan goes down to 8ish, I'd probably push more into the Rowan USDC pool. I still think it's one of the best investments in crypto, but again, all things being equal, but in this case with with Luna where it is, nah, man, I'd be going after it. I want to be a Luna billionaire, so I'd probably be going after that. Bell, please carry on.
Strika, I just like my money more than yours is my new favorite quote.
Well, it's nothing personal, man. I mean, it really isn't. Look, I don't tell you to do something that I'm not doing. All right. That would be just completely disingenuous. And I've accidentally doxed my own wallets on here. I get it from time to time. I don't need your money, man. All right. I'm not doing this because I want to crush small investors. I'm not doing that. It could be anybody. It's just when the table is set, man, you got to eat. All right. Whales didn't become whales by not eating. All right, by being, kind and gentle and all that stuff. They see an opportunity, they seize the opportunity, they're done with it, and then they look for the next one. That's really all I'm doing. But for God's sakes, guys, I make video. I show you what I'm doing. I mean, I lay it out step by step. It's just about scale. Whether you're doing it with $1 million or $1,000, it doesn't matter, man. The percentage is going to be the same. It's just about scale. And if you only have a small pool of capital to work with, it might take you longer, but you'll get there. I'm giving you my playbook. I'm literally serving here. This is what I'm doing. So, if I do exactly what I said I was going to do and I happen to make money, I still sleep at night, all right? Because I told you 2 days before I did it that I was going to do it. So, yeah, there you go. And I do like my money. So I like yours too, and I want it. Belle, please carry on.
Omar, how much is Terra Luna market cap worth, though, without confidence in UST?
Well, I mean, from a pure math standpoint right now, I think maybe 14 billion, something like that. And no, I understand what you're saying about investor confidence, man, but the deep investors, I don't think they're losing confidence in this. They understand what's going on. I mean, the real big players in this, the guys that have $800 million locked into this, they understand it and they know what's going on. They did not accumulate that much wealth by making rash decisions. They stick to the fundamentals. And if they believed in the product before this happened, I don't see anything in this really shaking their belief. They understand what happens. What happened. They get it. I'm sure they have more emails than I have that they can call these people and say, how are you going to stop this from happening? Is this now a learning opportunity? And how are you going to fix it? So I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit of that going on. But, aside from that, no, I don't see him. I haven't lost confidence in it. I mean, I got 7+ figures sitting over there. I haven't lost confidence in it, and I'm still, I'm content. They'll fix it. They'll, take it and they'll move on. I just don't make rash decisions on this stuff. And honest, if you don't listen to the opinion editorial pundits, don't even listen to me on this, man. Do your own reading, figure it out. Bell, please carry on.
Sylvie I'm curious why you feel the Luna Rowan pool is a solid investment. Luna has the short term pump growth likelihood that is greater than Rowan. If you go Luna Rowan pool, you're going to end up with IL.
Yeah, but I don't think the IL is going to be that extreme. It's not extreme enough. I will get more value from the growth of those tokens because when Luna starts to make a move, Rowan's likely going to make a move with it. And no, I understand Luna's going to outpace Rowan, but the APY that you're getting on top of that, I believe from my own very own math says that I'm going to outpace it. So for me, even with the IL, it's still a profitable investment. And it's what I'm comfortable making. I'm not telling you to. I'm telling you that I did. So that's it. That's my takeaway from that. I don't think the IL. I don't know, Emery. What do you think? Is the IL going to outpace it or what?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Impermanent loss is something to worry about for sure, but I don't think that it's as big of a problem as a lot of people think it is. So keep it in mind when you're investing, but if the pool has a high enough APR, and you should compare the APR to the impermanent loss. If the APR is greater than the impermanent loss, the investment is solid. If the impermanent loss you think you might incur is greater than the APR, then don't do it.
Yep. Nice, simple
You can do the
math.
calculations.
Yeah,
The math is there. Yeah.
yeah, and Jesus, man, we'll link you guys a calculator. How about that? So, Belle, please carry on.
That was actually the last question for the moment.
Fantastic. All right. So we had a pre-interview, guys, yesterday with Sif Moon. So I've been told to use Sif Moon. So his name is Sif Moon. We're going to be having him on the show on Thursday. So the timing sucks. It really does. I mean, the timing is just terrible because there are just much bigger things happening in crypto right now. But we're looking at it as a chance to bring some, what am I saying here, Belle? A little bit of positivity.
Positivity and clarity.
Positivity and clarity to Sif Chain, which is, again, a very big personal investment for me, but for a bulk of the podcast, I mean, you guys have a lot of money in there too. So you've been asking us a lot of questions about Sif Chain. I feel very, very comfortable discussing it. I'm familiar with it. I've read their papers. I understand their vision. I see their roadmap. So I'm very comfortable discussing it. But why not bring somebody from the camp on the show? So we will be having Sif Moon. He's going to be on the show. I don't know if he's having camera issues or something like that, but we'll most likely be doing an interview with the Icon. Give me a break. I guess that's all I'm saying. We either interview the Icon or we don't do the interview at all. So we would prefer to interview the Icon with the voice on the other side. Now, this is not an interview for me. All right, it's an interview for you. So for all of the podcast members, everybody who has got money in Sif Chain, this is your opportunity to ask the questions. I have 3 written down. Emery, I'm going to be handling one aspect of it. Emery's taking the econ aspect of it. But aside from that, this is about you guys. We're not bringing them on the show for us. We're bringing them here for you. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, observations, something that you want to ask, that's Belle. All right, Bella at ThePodcast.com. You guys see it right there. Bella at ThePodcast.com. And if you get her a question, even if we have to lightning round them, I promise you we're going to ask the man himself. So make us proud. I guess that's what I'm saying. I spent all day, I spent for about an hour yesterday, and we were talking to the man, pumping up the podcast audience, that you are the smartest audience in crypto. You have baffled me. You've baffled Emery, and Emery is not a guy that got stumped, but you have stumped me, you've stumped Emery, you've stumped Bella. So we are really, really hoping that you can stump the man that is, on the project. That's what we're hoping for. So I want you guys, if you could, be very, very creative and, go at it. Just absolutely go at it, and I promise you that these questions will get asked. It's going to be Belle's discretion, so if one of them doesn't get asked, go ahead and peg on Belle. Going to peg on you, Belle. So, but for the rest of us, we have our stuff, and we have a pretty good idea where it's going. Now, if you guys have seen us do interviews before, and I know you have, we're we do conversational style, but we don't let anybody off the hook either. So if we get to a point where I'm not quite getting what I want, I will be going after them. It's nothing personal. It's just I think you would expect me to do it. But you know what? He's a sharp guy. He knows the product. He knows what he's talking about. I don't think we're going to have anything like that. Just want to let you know that it's still in my mind. This is not going to be a softball type thing. We don't do that here. We don't do that here at the podcast. So there you go. Emery, you got anything you want to add up there for the upcoming Sif Moon interview?
I'm pretty excited to be asking my questions. The most interesting things that's been happening with SIFchain lately are its various econ projects, especially with its leveraged trading coming up really soon. That's not done very commonly in the DeFi. So I'm extraordinarily curious to see what'll happen with that, and I'll absolutely be asking questions around that.
How do you think? I'm going to put you on record right now, Emery. How do you think that's going to work out? Leverage trading on a DEX, dude.
Yeah.
I am color me intrigued. All right, I'm very intrigued.
Yeah.
But this is more your wheelhouse.
Normally with leverage trading, the exchange should have large amounts of reserves of whatever token that's being leveraged, so that in case people over leverage, they can back it, right? If SIFchain has those kind of reserves, which they actually might, because they've been pumping up APRs for the better half of a couple of months now.
Yeah, they've been hitting the gas.
They might actually have those reserves, in which case leverage trading might be a thing for them in the future. But I can't imagine the complications of the development work and the econ around it. So I'm thoroughly interested in how they're going to pull it off, and I'll definitely be reading every word and seeing exactly what they're going to do with it. Because if it doesn't if it doesn't hold up the way I think it will, then it'll definitely be it'll be unfortunate. But if they think they can pull it off. If they think they can pull it off, then I'd be very impressed.
Yeah, like I said, man, color be intrigued on this one. I get it. All right, I understand what they're trying to do. I'm a little bit concerned about these capital reserves because, dude, this is leverage trading. All right, man, this is a whole different animal right here. So I'm kind of wondering how they're going to incentive. Either they have the capital reserves themselves, and in that case, man, I think you pretty much already won crypto, and you really don't need to be pushing on to something else. Or you are going to incentivize external people funding these capital reserves, in which case how are you going to pay them? So it's going to be interesting. I get what they're doing here, man, but it's going to be a phenomenal success, of which will be mirrored all the way through the DeFi, or it is just going to be a catastrophic failure.
Either way, it's a learning opportunity.
Either way, it's a learning opportunity. That's exactly right. So yeah, man, I'm intrigued to see this one here, but it's going to be, it's going to depend what the market looks like, because they're going to have to be pushing this thing out, man. July, August, September, right in that time frame, based on the reserves that they have right now, the reward pools. It's going to take them to July, August, September, somewhere around there before Ascension is done. That's it. I mean, it's not funded anymore, so it's going to have to push out somewhere in that time frame. So, yeah, I'm intrigued, but it's really going to depend what the market's going to look like. And for that, guys, because we do like to talk about money, and I keep asking, what's going to change this, man? What's going to change this up? I'm holding out for August, September, period. August or September. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's it. And after that, the market's going to pick up right around that time frame, because of other external stimulus that's going to be happening here in the United States. I don't have to tell you guys what it is. If you are up investing, you are at least somewhat politically aware. How about that? There you go, Bal. How about that? Politically aware. And you know what's going to be coming up, and you probably have a pretty good idea what's going to be hitting in November. And perception is reality. It always has been, and it always will be, particularly in crypto. Perception is reality. And there's kind of like a myth that one party is better for the stock markets than another party. this is important. It really is, because I'm indifferent to it. But I do like a favorable money's going to go where it's best treated. It will always go where it's best treated. It is a creature in this case, but your money will always go where it's best treated. So there's an understanding that one, group will treat the money better than the other group. It increases investor confidence. It loosens up. People are more willing to invest. And in crypto in particular, we need more external money pouring in here. That's what's going to cause the growth, and it's going to pick everything up. So that really is my time frame. Everything that I'm doing right now is to make sure that I am at least even, just that I'm not down come August, September. As long as I'm even, and if the rest of the market is down, then I'm up, and the market's going to surge, and I'm already well positioned for it. So, Scott's getting a bigger boat. That's what I'm holding out for. That's it. That's what I'm waiting for, man. Right now, the Dow Jones is down, inflation is up, gas is $4.20 a gallon. None of this inspires investing. None of this just makes people want to reach out and say, my goodness, I have to put money in crypto. I have a little bit extra. Let's put it in crypto and let's see what happens. That isn't happening now at all. All right. You can ignore the laws of economics, and they are laws. All right. These are as real as the laws of physics, the laws of economics, but you cannot ignore the results of ignoring the laws of economics. And we're getting a taste of that now. This is the taste. It was coming for a long, long time. Kick the can, kick the can, kick the can. Well, there's nowhere to kick it now. So everybody here that has money in the markets, any market, doesn't matter. It could be crypto, it could be commodities, it could be stock. It doesn't matter. But you're all getting a good taste of it. And until there is something that is going to fundamentally change the perception of the market, of all of that, until there's something that is really going to shift the mood, this is the new normal. I'm not saying Bitcoin won't go up to 34, 36, back down to 30. I'm not saying that won't happen. It likely will. But the steady, sustained growth that we are all banking on, I don't see that happening until August or September at the earliest. It's going to be a long summer. I mean, that's just the way I see it. So I'm literally changing my own strategy, seizing and hitting opportunities as I see them, and hitting them hard. I mean, really, really hard. I'm making bigger single investments than I've done in a long time. Usually I'm there, I spread it out. I hope, I spread it out. Time's on my side, APRs, APYs, everything's on my side. I'm well diversified. So even if one is lagging, one is probably leading, and I'm going to be okay. But I'm literally changing that and seeing, when I see an opportunity, something like this, in my opinion, where I see something like Luna that is just so down on perception, not reality, not so much reality, but the perception. I'm going to jump on it, and I'm going to jump on it big, because I have got to weather this. So for me to weather this, I have to look for people who are making bad decisions, and I have to capitalize on them. That's all it is. Nothing personal. This, we're surviving for Scott here. So I don't know, Emery, what are you thinking, man? Am I way off base here? Come on, this is your wheelhouse.
I've been thinking about this more and more throughout the last week or so. When you brought up the laws of economics, the laws of economics are interesting because they can be changed from protocol to protocol. And what's cool about that is that if you read the tokenomics for any token, for any protocol, it will tell you exactly how it works in their world. It's like going to a parallel universe and seeing what the laws of physics are there, right?
Yeah.
So you say, okay, well, what's it like here? And how does it compare to the external world? Because the external world's not going to really change, but what can change is how things are, how variables are tweaked in this little micro crypto world you have. So, for example, when you have something like Terra Luna, you know how it works. They tell you how it works, and then all you have to do is understand that world in comparison to the world we're in right now. And you can make, I won't say you can make predictions, because no one can do that, but you can make very, very good educated guesses about how things are going to pan out. especially in a bear market. Uh, and I've gotten accustomed to not looking at token prices all that much anymore because bear markets are becoming way easier for me to manage than bull markets.
You know what? No.
So
I'm going to
yeah.
interrupt you for a second, dude, because have I not said that very thing? I love bear markets. I absolutely love bear markets because I understand bear markets. I'm not saying that I don't want bull. I do. Again, that's what gets me the bigger boat, bigger house. But I absolutely love bear markets because you understand bear markets. You know, the your psychic money thing. Remember you talking about that? And I laughed and laughed and laughed until I read more into it. And I was like, damn, he got it. I mean, he nailed it with that. That literally is it. It causes and it will influence the conditions that will break you out of a bear market or keep you in there. And if you understand that and you apply that to your formula, you start to see opportunity. You absolutely see opportunity. You just can't reach for the sky so much. I'm not looking for 50%, 60%, 70%. I'm looking for a whole bunch of 10s and 12%. And I can find those. Those are everywhere. That is how you do it, man. Instead of going for the bomb, you know what? You're taking the yardage, you're taking what the defense will give you, and just keeping the sticks moving. That's all I'm doing on this. I'm sorry, man, but I thought that was fantastic, Emery. Thank you so much for that,
Yeah,
sir. Please carry on.
it really does make things easier. And like I said before, if you know how the Terra protocol works, if you know that Luna will go up eventually because of the fact that the UST pegged and went down low, you already know it's going to happen. The protocol told you. Now you just have to understand the external factors with whatever government you're involved in at the moment. So we've been living in a bear market for how long? I don't even know anymore. I don't know anything different now. So,
I know that's all you know, man.
When you have a situation like that, I suggest you just get familiar, very very familiar with whatever protocol you like. You're in Cosmos, Terra, whatever. Read the tokenomics. It'll tell you how the token will react to certain conditions. It gives you a play by play, and all you have to do is understand when to do things and how much. So once you got that figured out, earning in a bear market can be very, very easy as long as you follow the rules, because the tokenomics are a rule book. It tells you how it works. So if you don't know the rules, then you won't play very well and you'll probably lose. So that's how I view it.
And the good thing about here at the podcast, if you don't know the rules, just ask. Just ask. If I don't know them, Emery does, man. We're more than happy to share. Look, there's plenty to go around. All right, there is more than enough to go around. Not saying I don't want it all, but I am willing to share. So if you got questions about this stuff, man, hit us up. All right, guys. Look, we're coming to the end of it here. I had a wonderful time on this show tonight. I hope we were at least able to calm you down a little bit. All right, this should be your fastball. Bear markets should absolutely be your fastball, man. Look, bull markets, we're all brilliant. We're all geniuses, because in that kind of bull market, it really doesn't matter what you're in. You're going to make money, and that's great. But bear markets, you make it through the bear markets, and the exponential gains that you get from earning during a bear market to actually blowing it up in the bull market, man. It's incalculable. Well, it's calculable, but it can exceed your wildest expectations. But this market right here, bull, bad, scared, everybody running, this should be your fastball. And if it isn't, just ask, man. We'll help. We will absolutely help. So that's all I got. Emery, you got 30 seconds, and then Bell's going to close us out.
Yeah. Thanks for having us, guys. I really appreciate it. I think a good quote right now from Warren Buffett. He said, be greedy when others are afraid, and be afraid when others are greedy. So I think that's something to keep in mind, especially in a market like this.
Oh, and I'm greedy, man. I'm sorry. If I'm taking the risk, I want the reward. All right, Belle, talk us out of here.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who joined us on the show tonight, we do appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely feel free to drop Scott, Emery, or I an email. Scott at ThePodcast.com, Emery at ThePodcast.com, or Bella at ThePodcast.com, and we will get them answered for you. Now, with that being said, we are going to be on Thursday with Sif Moon from Sif Chain. So I do hope you guys bring a lot of good questions, because I seriously want you to grill him to the point he's well done. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we seriously appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we will see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.